What's up, everybody? And welcome back. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. It's the Duenkel Productions Podcast presented by Wisconsin and Roche. I mean, you guys know the vibes. Wisconsin and Roche, great company. Talk all about Wisconsin sports, outdoor sports, fantasy sports. We got a guy that writes for them on the show, does great work for Bucks articles. I'll have one of those linked down below. My main man, writer for Wisconsin and Roche, co-host of the Make the Cut podcast. I will have all of their social medias down below, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll also take a deep dive into the new debate out there on the internet, Ochs. Bird and Magic versus Durant and LeBron. But let's get right into it. Andrew, let's start off with the 2v2, man. I've been dying to get your thoughts on this, like dying, bro, because I know that the other night in the chat, we were talking about like our top 5 all-time starting fives on the Instagram. And if you guys have not found the Instagram, go check it out. But Ochs, 2v2, Magic and Bird versus Durant and LeBron. Who are you taking, my friend?
So, okay. I'm going to break it down kind of how I looked at it, right? So, LeBron is higher all-time than Magic Johnson. LeBron is number 2 all-time. Magic Johnson's probably number 4, okay? Or number 5. So LeBron's got the edge in that part. Larry Bird, though, is higher all-time than Kevin Durant. Larry Bird is probably between 7 and 10 or 11 all-time. Yep. Kevin Durant is a 15th, probably, somewhere around there. 15, 16, can all the way up to 20. It depends on what you look at. Like you said, it's all nitpicking at that point.
Yep. So
all-time rankings aside, I'm just gonna go off eye test, skill test, and who I just think are the better players. I think LeBron and Kevin Durant beat the Magic and Larry Bird, and here's why. LeBron James is a better version of Magic Johnson. Okay, LeBron James has been compared to Larry Bird, Michael Jordan for the entirety of his career because he wore number 23. He did the chalk toss. He has chosen one on the back of his, on his back. But the ironic thing is that Magic Johnson is by far the closest comparison to LeBron James. Yep. A big guy, tall, can pass the ball better than anybody in the league. Very good finishing at the rim, makes his teammates better, a leader on the floor. So he's just a better version of Magic Johnson already. And then Larry Bird and Kevin Durant. Let's look at those two, shall we? Okay, so Larry Bird was, 6'10", I think?
Yeah.
6'10", can shoot, can handle, can pass, can defend, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, 6'10", some say 6'11", some say 7 freaking feet tall, okay? Like, we'll never know because he'll never tell us. But can shoot, can handle, is a good rim protector, can defend, can pass the ball, can rebound. The difference is Kevin Durant is more athletic than Larry Bird is, okay? I don't think Larry Bird was athletic, but Kevin Durant is more athletic, okay? This dude is a flyer at his height.
Yeah.
So when I look at the matchups, who's stopping LeBron James on that team?
I don't know.
Is Magic Johnson stopping LeBron James? No, he's
too small.
There's no way he's too small, okay? And he's too, he's just not going to stop LeBron James. Kevin Durant, nobody in this era has been able to stop him. I have a hard time believing Larry Bird, who's not exactly known for great defense, is going to stop him, all right? I just don't see it happening. Now, if you put Magic Johnson and Larry Bird on a team with the same, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and 3 guys versus LeBron and Kevin Durant and the same 3 guys, let's just say, skill set wise, now we're talking, I think Magic Johnson and Larry Bird have that edge there because, they're just, I think, all around better at making their teammates better, I think, arguably. I don't think Kevin Durant really makes his teammates all that much better. I just haven't seen him be able to do it on his own. LeBron, obviously, but I don't know how much better he makes his teammates than Magic Johnson makes his teammates. I think it's close. All right, so And a 5-on-5, it's a very close thing. 2-on-2, I don't even think it's close. I think out of 10 games, LeBron and Kevin Durant take 8 or 9. I really do. You know, like LeBron, people forget. We had this in the Michael Jordan GOAT debate versus LeBron. LeBron James in his prime was arguably the best defender of this decade. I mean, you could say the Tony Allens of the world and don't even bring up Patrick Beverly. All he does is talk. Patrick Beverly, this is off topic, is my least, you guys will know, my least favorite player in the league, because even though I respect his grind and where he came from and he's a Chicago City kid and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But as far as like being a defender, like the dude, like Russ Westbrook said, all he does is talk and he fools everybody into thinking he needs defense. So that's off topic, but bottom line is LeBron James better than Tony Allen's a good defender. I think he was a better defender than Draymond Green even was in his prime. And Draymond Green was a stopper. You play 2K, you're not scoring on Draymond Green. All right, the dude was ridiculous. Okay, LeBron guards 1 through 5. Kevin Durant can protect at the rim, and he's not a sloppy or a terrible perimeter defender. So I'm giving the edge to LeBron James and Kevin Durant over Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, all due respect to the legends. But I'm going with, what is it? Born December 30th, 1984, born to Gloria James, wife Savannah James, Bronny, Bryce, and Zuri James. And, you know, I'm sure they've got a nice dog at home and all that. Taco Tuesday eating, you know, Golden State 73-9 record beaten, you know, just 3-1 comeback. LeBron James and Kevin Durant, you know, Mr. I have to create a super team every single team I go to just to defeat LeBron James, Durant. So I'm choosing them over Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. What say you, Brett Duenkel?
Well, I mean, if you guys know me, you know who I'm taking here. And honestly, Andrew, I agree with you. I don't think it's close. Don't get me wrong. Magic and Bird, all-time great players. You know, Magic Johnson, I think is one or two best passer ever. I think it's really only between him and LeBron who you think is better. Obviously, I mean, his career spoke for himself. What do you have? Five championships. Larry Bird, obviously, you know, great shooter. Took down Michael Jordan before he beat him. But, you know, shout out to Larry Bird, man, because Larry Bird is the reason for one of my arguments in the GOAT debate. I like Magic and Bird. I do. I love Magic and Bird. Don't get me wrong.
So do I.
But I mean, when you got that man, when you got 7-foot easy money sniper Kevin Durant, and when you got LeBron James, who's a man amongst boys, one of the greatest athletes of all time, the greatest basketball player of all time, or second greatest. That's what most people would argue. I can't bet against these guys. I mean, when you talk about LeBron, like getting back to your point about how he's a better version of Magic, LeBron is so unbelievably gifted. He is like 6'8". He keeps unbelievable care of his body. He's lasted 18 years. He's pretty much played like he's gonna probably play 20 plus years in the league.
He's 6'8", and he's either 240. He's in between 240 pounds and 290 because the thing that they'll tell you every time on TV, his weight goes up every time somebody says it. First it's 6'8", 240, then it's 6'8", 250. Then next thing you know, oh, he's 6 feet 290. You know, like the dude, you know, is just unbelievably athletic for his 300-pound frame.
Well, he is, and here's the thing. Okay, is that someone was asking me the other day, what two players currently would you want as teammates that you think could be unbeatable? Okay, what, like, just two teammates, you put them on a team. What two teammates you
like
take?
Ever, or just players right now?
Players right now.
Oh,
players
gosh.
right now. And you know, that's a hard question, but the first one obviously is LeBron, because he can do anything. And then I'm like, you know what? I'll take KD, because you want to know why? Because LeBron drives and he's kicking out to a 7-foot sniper that'll just splash in your face.
Yeah, but what about driving and kicking it out to the greatest shooter in history, Steph Curry?
That was number two, Oaks. That was number two. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
He
but
can't
no,
play defense, but yeah.
But no, Durant and LeBron, I mean, you talk about arguably probably the greatest small forward ever, without a doubt, in LeBron. And you talk about the third greatest small forward ever behind Larry Bird in Durant. And for me, obviously Durant's made super teams. But here's the thing, okay? I was not a fan of Kevin Durant when he was on the Warriors. But I had mad respect for this guy, okay? Kevin Durant is obviously, he's a great off the court person. And he's a great on the court player. I mean, he is unbelievable what he can do on the basketball court. He's going to go down as an all-time great without question. And I would take those two. I will say I'm kind of surprised that this is like so much of a debate online. Like it just to me it feels obvious. Like Oaks, obviously you made the point that you kind of think it's obvious as well. But I mean, if you're taking these two guys, I'm taking them. And if you want to give me Curry and LeBron, I'll take Curry and LeBron. I mean, if you give me LeBron with any great player, he's going to make me even better. It's just what he does. I mean, you obviously saw like LeBron and D Wade and how great both of those guys were. Well, heck, even AD. Anthony Davis last season had a great season, unbelievable season. And who was his running mate? LeBron James, obviously, in the Los Angeles Lakers. Shout out to the show. I just like saying that. You guys know I'm biased. Oliver Andrews said born December 30th, 1984, the baddest man on the basketball court. But I mean, I can't say enough about LeBron. I like him. He's my guy, favorite athlete of all time. And Oaks, I know he's one of your favorites as well. And I'm not surprised that we both picked him, but